I'm McKinney Gough. This is my fourth collection with Color Me Goodwill. I did the three inaugural events. I've been doing this in Asheville since 2005. I'm a costume designer and fashion designer. I work with local theater as well, and then I'm a general contractor by day. So I lost my office to the flood, my contracting office, which was also my storage for all of my materials and patterns and everything that I had been collecting over the years. All of that was soaked and washed away, and so that was pretty much a full loss of everything that had been what was McKinney Gough Design collected. So I wasn't sure exactly what to do after the hurricane about that part of myself. So it's been sort of a strange rebuilding, even though I'm in construction and obviously there's a tremendous amount of work to do and available. It's been very difficult watching people waiting for funding and trying to figure out how they're going to rebuild their lives or if they're going to be able to rebuild their lives, and just like this holding pattern, even in our industry, even when there's so much to do. I chose yellow, obviously for like the very obvious sunshine references, and I think we all kind of were very excited for the sun to come back out and things like that. But I also it's kind of like yellow is also kind of the stain that mud leaves behind. Even if you wash and wash and wash and wash and wash, it's still kind of the stain that mud leaves behind. And so I felt it was very representational of what was left behind after the storm. So that's why I chose yellow. And then as my collection has been coming together, I really wanted to kind of do like high fashion workwear, because my models, like I said, we're all out there in Carhartts and boots and flannels, and it's been like, work chic all day, every day. So that's been sort of the inspiration of like what I'm making.
My name's John Stoffel, Vice President of Retail at Goodwill, Northwest North Carolina. My role is to work with the 51 stores in 31 counties. We have stores from Cherokee County all the way up to Winston-Salem. My role is to really support the stores, the people in the stores, and the communities that we serve. So I learned about Helene. I was driving to a Hickory store location, and I got a call by one of their directors, and he said, John, you need to turn around. That storm's getting pretty heavy. And I didn't think nothing of it because I grew up on the West Coast and we had earthquakes. We didn't have storms, no big deal. But he said, John, I'm serious, turn around. And I said, okay. So I did. I went home, and then I woke up the next day and turned the TV on, and that's when I saw one image that I remember was a U-Haul truck basically floating in the water, and there was people on top of it. And then you saw just houses just floating in the water, cars floating in the water. And right from then I knew we needed to do something to take care of our people. But it was very impactful just watching what happened and knowing that you couldn't get there to help the people. So that's kind of how I learned about it and knew that we needed to do something. I'd really like the people of Asheville to know that they taught an incredible lesson to their community, is no matter what they're going through, working together makes a really special impact. And what I saw in the community was just, it was exceptional. I remember talking to multiple different people in multiple situations, from in our stores to the community, and I said, man, this hurricane was so tough. How are you dealing with it? And many times they said, yeah, that hurricane was tough, John, but us mountain people are tougher. And that was so impactful to me that I asked our CEO, and we put it on shirts and we gave it to our team members. And that's just the impact that they have, is showing us and teaching us a lesson that when we work together, we can get through anything. And that's really what stood out to me and what was very, very special to me in that community.
I would like to tell the Asheville community and the greater community that might be watching that there is still a lot of work to do to clean up and to keep moving forward. And there are tons and tons of people doing it all day, every day.